evaluate your performance after watching film?
Yeah, again, it was a tough game last week. I thought it was a very gritty and tough game that we played offensively. There's a lot of opportunities that there's a lot of opportunities that we left out there. We could have executed a lot better on certain plays, and maybe that would have changed the game. But we headed to the film room, we learned from it, and we're going to continue to progress this year. It's a long season, and we're going to continue to improve every single week.
You carried 16 times. Did you expect that? Did that surprise you that it turned into that?
Yeah, no, I wasn't really 100% expecting that, but sometimes that's what games turn into. I was just kind of talking to somebody earlier, and there's some plays that happen, and there's a 3rd and 3 where I ended up having a rollout, and I can either dump it to one of our running backs for a 3-yard gain, or I can possibly just keep it with my legs and possibly produce to something a little bit more. And it ended up only being a 3-yard gain, getting the first down. But those are some things that happen in the game where I'll just take matters in my own hands and kind of use my feet to go get the first down.
How do you kind of try to get chemistry with some guys when it seems like you guys started off the season really healthy, but then again you lose Kamari the first drive? Obviously Addison got hurt over the past week. You don't have Reese Vandersee. How do you kind of continue to try to get in that offensive chemistry when it just seems like guys are now going down a little bit?
Yeah, and it comes just during practice, and then also just spending the extra time after practice. And not only just throwing routes with them, but also kind of just walking in, hanging out with them, kind of talking to those guys so we can build those relationships. I always think we have great opportunities after practice when we're eating lunch or breakfast, and we can really kind of sit down, have meals together, and really kind of invest in each other, build those relationships, and I think that's going to end up proving on the field these next couple weeks.
When you guys are running RPOs, like what are some of the keys you're looking for and kind of processing as you make those reads?
Yeah, there's always a couple things that we're always looking at, depending on if it's a 2-sided RPO or if it's just a 1-sided of the field. Against Iowa State, we were looking at kind of multiple people and seeing if they're coming down into the run game. And at one point, they were really coming hard, and we were able to throw over them. And then at one point, they started backing up, and we were able to get five yards of carry. But again, this week we're going to continue to be running RPOs all season. So just continuing to be aggressive with those, and then it'll end up opening the run game. And at some point, the run game will close again, and then we'll end up opening the pass game. So there are always great opportunities to kind of keep the defense guessing throughout the games.
It seemed like you guys really kind of threw off Iowa State when you ran that slow mesh, and probably surprised a lot of us too that you guys ran that slow mesh. What's your comfortability in running the slow mesh, and is that something that you maybe like to continue to develop here over the next few weeks?
Yeah, I think it's a great opportunity and just kind of a good switch up, because a lot of teams don't ever see that and don't really know how to react to it. You can kind of see they got lucky in in those 2 situations. They ended up running a post safety defense, and we weren't able to hit the big post over top. But again, we ended up getting two pretty good rush gains off of it. But it's going to be a good wrinkle into the offense. I feel really comfortable with it, and it's going to give us good opportunities to kind of switch up the speed of the game, I guess, on certain plays.
Were you aware of it before learning it here?
No, to be honest, I never even heard of it or saw it. And then once we hired Coach Warren, and all of a sudden I saw it pop on my Twitter 5 billion times. So we're like, oh, is Iowa going to run this now? And I was like, it kind of looks pretty cool, and it works really well for him. So.
What was it like then, just when you started to learn it and he started to teach it?
Yeah, when we first watched the film, the way that Sam Hartman, when they were running it with him at Wake Forest, they were throwing tons of touchdowns with it, and they had a bunch of good opportunities. But you got to just continue to be smart with those plays, take the shots when they're given, but then handing the ball off on those plays is okay too, because they usually end up popping out because they're trying to protect the pass, and all of a sudden now there's nobody in the run game. So I always think it's a great opportunity and a great wrinkle into the offense.
Not just slow mesh, but just RPOs in general. How much experience do you have? Do you run that much at South Dakota State?
Yeah, we ran a ton of RPOs and very similar RPOs to what we've been running here, which has been really awesome and helps me be comfortable in the offense. Yeah, I've ran them a lot throughout my career.
What's the benefit of running those?
Really, it kind of just helps our offense allows me to put our offense in the best situation possible. Whether that they end up putting only 5 guys in the box, or if we have 7 guys to block 6, we should have some great run game. But if they end up bringing those safeties down and trying to be aggressive and stopping our run game, it gives me the option to tell our running back I'm not giving it to him and be able to throw the ball downfield. So it really kind of allows me to put us into the perfect situation possible.
You said you need to start your end games a little bit better. What are some keys to do that?
One thing is just continue to play fast right off the gate and to execute. There's a couple plays at the start of the last game. We didn't execute to 100% to what we were expecting. So just being able to kind of either not talk to the guys about it, but have guys be better prepared, or ready to go in those moments when we start off a game can really help us. And then even at the end of the game, just continuing to execute and not get, I guess, I don't know what the word is, maybe not tired, but just continue to execute and do what we need to do in tough situations, and that's going to help us down the road.
How do you feel physically? Because you took a good amount of hits. Like, how are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great, to be honest. I mean, my entire body feels awesome. My legs feel great. Shoulders feel awesome too. So there's no complaints there.
Knowing, you had a PI play here, a drop pass there, do you guys feel like you're pretty close, becoming what you want to be?
Yeah, and there's a lot of little opportunities that we missed on, whether that was a couple drop passes or we were really close on that deep one. If you had just ended up, I guess that guy ended up making a good play, kind of just saving it by causing the PI. It could have ended up being a 75-yard touchdown, and I mean that would have changed the game. So there's a lot of little things that, whether that's even blocking assignments, that could have changed the outcome of that one. But I mean we got to continue to learn from those, and I feel like we were really close. And we had an awesome practice today. Ran a lot of great routes, running just right to our depths, catching all the balls that we were throwing, and I think we're going to continue to progress, and you're going to see that this Saturday and throughout the rest of the year.